$5 hack for fixing headliner in your car. Here is how to fix car roof lining without removing it. If the fabric on the roof of your car is starting to sag, bubble, droop over your head, or hang low enough to make the inside of your car look old and neglected, you already know how annoying it is. It starts small. Maybe it sags a little near the dome light. Maybe the edge near the rear window starts to fall, and you tell yourself it is not a big deal yet. Then one day you get in the car and it is worse. Now it is brushing your hair, blocking part of your rear view, making the whole cabin look worn out, and reminding you every single time you drive that something inside the car is slowly giving up. Most people think fixing a sagging headliner means removing the entire roof lining board, pulling apart trim panels, dealing with glue, and turning a simple cosmetic problem into a full interior project. That is why so many people keep putting it off. But if your goal right now is not a showroom restoration and you just want a cheap way to stop the sagging, hold it back up, and make the car look decent again without tearing the whole interior apart, there are a few simple ways to do it. But there is one thing you need to know before trying any hack. A sagging headliner usually happens because the foam backing between the fabric and the board has broken down over time. Heat, age, humidity, and sun exposure slowly destroy that foam. So if the headliner is falling, the real failure is often underneath the fabric, not just the surface glue. That is why some quick fixes work only for a while, why some look better than others, and why spraying random glue from the outside does not always solve the problem the way people hope. So in this video, you are going to see the top 3 cheap hacks to fix your car roof lining without removing it, what each one does well, what it does badly, when it makes sense to use it, and when it is just wasting your time. Because the last thing you want is to spend your money, make a mess, and still end up with the same sagging headliner staring at you tomorrow. Before using any of these methods, look carefully at how bad the damage really is. If the fabric is only sagging in one small area, especially near the edge, around the dome light, or in a corner, a cheap no-removal fix has a much better chance of working. If the entire headliner is hanging down across the whole roof and the foam underneath has turned to dust, you can still use one of these hacks to hold it up temporarily, but you need to understand that it is more of a damage control fix than a true repair. Also, look at the material itself. If the fabric is still in decent shape and not torn, dirty, or stretched too badly, your result will look much better. But if the material is brittle, stained, ripped, or already separating in layers, no $5 hack is going to make it look new. It may still hold it up, but it will not magically reverse age and wear. And this is where one of the most important questions comes in. Are you trying to repair the headliner, or are you just trying to stop it from falling for now? Because those are not always the same thing. A lot of the time, what people really need is a temporary fix for a sagging headliner, not a full restoration. This is vital because your expectation decides whether the result feels like a win or a disappointment. If you want something cheap, fast, and good enough to buy you time, these hacks make sense. If you want it to look factory new again, that is usually where full removal and proper recovering starts to become the real answer. Also, before you touch anything, it helps to think in terms of cost. A lot of people search headliner repair cost because they are trying to figure out whether it is even worth attempting a cheap fix. And that is exactly why these hacks is important. A full proper repair or replacement can cost far more than most people want to spend on an older daily driver, especially when the issue is mostly cosmetic. That is why these cheap no-removal methods exist in the first place. They are not trying to beat a professional restoration. They are trying to keep your car looking decent and usable without turning this into a much bigger bill. And one more mistake to avoid right now, do not press too hard on the sagging section with your hand just to see how bad it is. A lot of people make the problem worse by pushing the loose material around and causing the foam underneath to crumble even more. Gentle inspection is enough. Hack number 1 is headliner twist pins or upholstery pins. This is the fastest, cheapest, and most common way to stop a sagging headliner without removing anything. If all you want is a quick fix that takes minutes, this is usually the first thing people try, and for good reason. Twist pins, corkscrew pins, or headliner repair pins can hold the fabric back against the board and stop it from drooping into your headspace. The reason this hack works is simple. It does not depend on the old glue underneath. It physically holds the material in place. That makes it useful when the foam backing has already failed, because you are no longer trusting dead adhesive to do the job. You are using mechanical support instead. To do it properly, start by gently smoothing the sagging fabric upward with your hand. Do not yank it. Do not stretch it hard. Just ease it back into the position where it naturally wants to sit. Then place the pins in a pattern that supports the sagging area evenly, instead of only pinning the center. If you pin only the middle, the surrounding fabric can still sag and make the repair look worse. A better approach is to work outward in a balanced pattern, almost like you are spreading tension across the weak area. If the sagging spot is small, a few pins may be enough. If the sagging area is wider, place them neatly so they look intentional rather than random. The difference between a headliner that looks badly patched and one that looks acceptably secured often comes down to symmetry. If the pins are spaced evenly, your eye forgives them faster. This is also where people often discover what a headliner repair kit really is. In many cases, a so-called headliner repair kit is not some magical product. It is usually just a set of headliner repair pins, sometimes with a small adhesive option, meant to give you a simple, no-removal fix. So if you are wondering whether you need a full repair kit, the answer is not always. Sometimes the pins alone are the kit that's most vital, especially when the fabric has already separated because the foam backing has failed. Now here is the downside. Pins are visible. No matter how neatly you place them, they are still a visible fix. Some people are fine with that because they care more about function than appearance. Others hate it immediately. So this hack is best when your priority is stopping the sag right now, spending almost nothing, and avoiding removal. It is not the prettiest solution, but it is one of the most dependable, cheap ones. It also helps to be realistic here. If the headliner is collapsing across a large section, pins can hold it up, but the inside of the car may start to look like it has been stapled back together. That may still be better than fabric hanging in your face, but you should know what kind of result to expect. Hack number 2 is fabric glue or headliner adhesive applied through a controlled opening. This is the hack people want to work the most because it promises a cleaner look than pins. And in the right situation, it can absolutely work better visually. But it has to be done carefully because this is also the hack most people ruin by using too much glue, the wrong glue, or applying it in a way that soaks through the material and stains the fabric. The idea here is not to spray glue all over the visible face of the headliner. That is where people go wrong. If you blast adhesive into sagging fabric from the outside, you often create lumps, dark spots, bleed-through marks, or stiff patches that look worse than the sagging itself. Adhesive spray can work, but only when it is applied with control and only when the headliner still has enough usable backing underneath to bond to. If you just soak the fabric from the outside, you are far more likely to make a mess than fix the problem. The smarter way is to work a small amount of suitable headliner adhesive or fabric glue into the loosened area with control. If the sagging is near an edge, this gets easier because you may be able to lift the loose fabric just enough to reach inside with a small applicator, glue spreader, or thin nozzle. You only need a light, even amount. Then gently press the material back into place using a clean cloth or a flat, soft tool so you do not leave finger dents. Hold it long enough for the adhesive to bond the material back where it belongs. If there is no easy edge access, some people use a very small opening near a trim edge or existing gap to get controlled adhesive behind a fabric. But this only works when the fabric and backing still have enough structure left to bond. If the foam underneath has completely turned to powder, glue may grab for a moment and then fail again because the surface underneath is no longer solid. Adhesive is not magic. Glue works best when there is still enough usable backing for it to bond to. When the backing is already rotten, you are sticking weakened material onto a failing surface. That is why some glue repairs look good for a week and then start sagging again. So when should you use this hack? Use it when the sagging area is small, the material still looks decent, and the failure seems localized rather than spread across the whole roof. This method has the best chance of giving you a cleaner repair without obvious hardware showing. But it also demands the most patience. Too much glue ruins it, too little glue fails. The middle ground is where this hack lives. And if you are wondering about the best adhesive for headliner repair, the answer is not just whatever glue happens to be nearby. You want something designed for upholstery, headliners, or high-heat interior use. The reason is simple. The inside of a car gets extremely hot, especially in summer, and weak adhesive often lets go fast. So the best adhesive for headliner repair is one that can handle heat, bond properly to the material, and not bleed through the fabric when used correctly. And one critical warning. Not every adhesive is safe for a headliner. Some glues become brittle in heat. Some soak through the material. Some are too aggressive for the fabric. If you choose this route, use an adhesive meant for headliners, upholstery, or high-heat interior use whenever possible. A cheap fix is still better when it is the right cheap fix. Hack number 3 is double-sided fabric tape or carpet tape for edges and small sections. This is the most underrated one because people laugh at tape until they realize how useful it can be in the right spot. Tape is not the answer for a fully collapsed roof lining, but for edges, corners, and beginning stage sagging, it can actually be the cleanest quick fix of the 3. The reason tape works best on edges is because edges naturally give you access. You can tuck the tape behind the loose section more easily, press the material back into place, and let the trim or surrounding pressure help the bond. That makes it especially effective near windscreen edges, above door frames, near the rear glass edge, or around small sections where the material is peeling away before the center has completely fallen. So if your real problem is not the whole headliner, but specifically how to fix headliner edges or how to fix headliner coming loose at the edges, this is where tape makes the most sense. It is not the strongest fix overall, but for edge separation, it can be one of the cleanest and simplest. To do it well, clean the contact area as much as you can first. If there is loose dust, old foam residue, or greasy buildup, the tape will not hold well. Even a quick, gentle wipe can improve the result. Then apply short, controlled strips instead of one long, sloppy piece. Shorter strips let you shape the fabric and press it back more evenly. Once the tape is in place, press the material upward firmly but evenly. Hold it for a little while so it bonds properly. What makes this hack good is that it is simple, hidden, and fast. What makes it weak is heat. Car interiors get brutally hot, especially in the sun, and low-quality tape often loses the fight. So the success of this method depends heavily on where the sagging is, how much tension there is, and whether the tape is actually strong enough for interior automotive heat. That means this hack is best for early-stage problems, edge separation, and people who want the least visible temporary repair. It is not the strongest fix overall, but in the right location, it can be surprisingly effective. Now, the obvious question is, how long does a headliner repair last when you fix it this way? And the honest answer is, it depends on the method, the condition of the foam backing, the heat your car sees, and how large the damaged area is. Pins often last the longest out of these cheap hacks because they are not relying on dead foam or weak glue. Tape can work well for edges, but heat can shorten its life fast. Adhesive can look the best when it works, but if the backing is already badly degraded, that repair may not hold nearly as long as you expect. So, if you want the most durable, cheap, temporary fix, pins usually win. If you want the best appearance and the damage is small, adhesive can win visually. But no quick hack lasts equally well in every situation. Which of the 3 works best? If you want the most reliable, cheap fix without removing the headliner, pins usually win. They are not the prettiest, but they work because they physically hold the material up. If you want the cleanest looking repair and the sagging is small and localized, controlled adhesive has the highest visual upside. If you are dealing with edge separation or a small corner starting to drop, tape is often the easiest and least noticeable. So the right choice depends on what you care about most. If your priority is speed and holding power, use pins. If your priority is appearance and the damage is limited, use adhesive carefully. If your priority is a discrete edge fix with almost no tools, try tape. That is the real decision, not which one sounds smartest, which one matches the actual condition of your headliner. And that brings up the question a lot of people avoid asking until after they waste time on the wrong method: should you repair or replace a sagging headliner? If the sagging is small, localized, or just starting, repair makes sense. If the whole roof lining is hanging, the foam is gone everywhere, the fabric is stretched, and the problem keeps spreading, replacement or full recovering starts to make more sense than repeated temporary repairs. The hack stops being a repair and starts becoming a delay strategy. That is not always bad, but you should know the difference. One of the worst mistakes is spraying adhesive across the visible face of the fabric and hoping it disappears. It usually does not. Another is using random household glue that cannot survive interior heat. Another is trying to smooth the sagging material too aggressively and stretching it out of shape. Another is choosing tape for a fully collapsed center section and expecting it to hold like a proper repair. And another is pretending a fully failed headliner can be made perfect with one cheap trick. A lot of people also skip the simple logic test. If the whole headliner is hanging and the foam is dead everywhere, you are not really repairing it anymore. You are choosing the least ugly temporary way to hold it up until you are ready for a full replacement or proper rewrap. That does not mean the hack is useless. It just means your expectation has to match reality. If the sagging keeps spreading, if the material no longer sits flat even when lifted, if glue will not bite, if tape keeps falling, or if the whole roof lining looks like it has lost all structure, that is when the no-removal hacks have reached their limit. At that point, the true fix is removing the headliner board, stripping the dead foam, and recovering it properly or replacing it. And that is important because sometimes the cheapest move is not repeatedly doing weak repairs that fail. Sometimes the cheapest move is using one of these hacks to buy yourself time, keep the car usable, and then doing the full repair once, instead of throwing small amounts of money at the same problem again and again. So if you are looking for a headliner repair kit, wondering about headliner repair cost, trying to decide whether adhesive spray is worth it, or just trying to find the best temporary fix for a sagging headliner without removing it, the answer comes down to one thing: match the method to the damage. That is what keeps you from wasting money and making the inside of the car look worse.